Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a great day, and we're going to have a short video today looking at just a couple of stories, one of which is the fact that a lot of crypto-friendly politicians were the one that came out ahead in terms of the most recent US midterm election. So we'll have a brief look at that, not get into anything too political, but we'll just take a look at the fact that some of the politicians actually were quite comfortable talking about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, fundraising with those things as well. But let's begin here, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io with this article by Luke, who's talking about the Overstock CEO. He has predicted a cryptocurrency revolution. So Overstock CEO and Bitcoin bull Patrick Byrne told in an interview with crypto YouTuber Naomi Brockwell that he still believes cryptocurrency will be the next big thing. In case of an economic collapse, people will turn towards cryptocurrency. And they've already done that to a certain extent in other countries. Nobody's hoping for an economic collapse in America or Canada, where I am, or Western countries, or anywhere for that matter. But we have seen in countries in Africa, for example, where there's economic instability. We've seen in countries like Iran, where there are currency problems. In Venezuela, the response has been cryptocurrency, and it's been successful with a large swath of the population. So in this interview with Naomi Brockwell, the CEO of Overstock, a rival to e-commerce giant Amazon, said that he expects that cryptocurrency will be adopted around the world as established financial systems collapsed. Very gloomy. Overstock.com is a tech-driven online retailer based in Salt Lake City, Utah, that sells a broad range of products in the latest trends. You can read more about that and when they were founded. But during the interview, Byrne called the current financial system, quote, a Ponzi scheme, and said that in case of an economic collapse, people will turn toward cryptocurrency. This is what he said exactly. People turn to it where they collapse, like Venezuela or Cyprus or Syria, something like that. When people start getting into it is when their own financial systems collapse. So yes, given that I think the entire modern financial system is a big Keynesian magic money tree Ponzi scheme, I do expect that the day will come when people turn to crypto. So he didn't mention Bitcoin expressly in this interview, but I think if you read between the lines, of course, he's referring to Bitcoin, and he has put his money where his mouth is, Mr. Byrne has no doubt about it, because Overstock has been accepting Bitcoin since back in 2014. We have the video for you here if you're interested. It looks like they're interviewing outside of a motel or something. I don't quite get the location, but there you have it. We're going to link to this in the description below if you want to check it out. It's right there for you to do so. Let us know whether or not you agree with Mr. Byrne's statement about the Keynesian Ponzi scheme that is Western economic systems. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but nonetheless, I do think a crypto revolution is coming. Hopefully, it does not come at the expense of the current system that we all use and support and enjoy. But as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In other quick news, we're just here on Coindesk.com, and we have all kinds of interesting, kind of like post-mortem analyses we can discuss when it comes to the U.S. elections. I don't want to get into the politics of it. I know it's still divisive for many of you out there. But what's interesting, an angle that we can examine, is the fact that this article is pointing to U.S. elections sees crypto-friendly politicians win governor races. And there were a few politicians that were not shunned, that didn't have any stigma associated with them, despite the fact that they really went out of their way to embrace cryptocurrency. And in some cases, they've been doing that for a while. So 3 governors and 2 incumbent are ranked as very crypto-friendly, according to data compiled by the Digital Asset Trade Association, DATA, which is a blockchain advocacy group. For example, we have Mark Gordon. He won his election in Wyoming, which is already an increasingly blockchain-friendly state, while Gina Raimondo and Greg Abbott won re-election in Rhode Island and Texas, respectively. But you have a couple of new governors, in particular Jared Polis of Colorado and Gavin Newsom of California, and they've both been vocal supporters of cryptocurrencies and blockchain more broadly speaking. Polis, in particular, was a member of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus in the U.S. House of Representatives, and has vocally called for the U.S. to take a leadership role in integrating and regulating the space. So Polis's spokesperson Neeraj Agrawal said on behalf of Polis, quote, "We are excited to continue our work with him and the Colorado Blockchain Council to promote sound cryptocurrency policy in the state." Hey, that's fantastic. So similarly, you have former California Lieutenant Governor and now Governor-elect Gavin Newsom. It looks like he's been a proponent of the technology for a while, saying he was, quote, "fascinated by it as far back as 2000. 2014. And then you also have Texas Governor Abbott, who secured his re-election on Tuesday, and he previously accepted Bitcoin donations as well as part of his campaign. So like I said, guys, these people are not pariahs. They're not treated as lepers. They won their respective elections, and they're not shying away. They're not backing down from the fact that they are embracing Bitcoin, or at least blockchain and cryptocurrency more generally speaking. Let us know what you think about that, because this is not exactly, in my opinion, the political sphere is not where you'd think you'd be hearing about this, where you'd think you'd be getting this kind of support. And I realize it's indirect support. I realize that's not the basis of their campaigns. They're not running solely on the idea of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or blockchain. But nonetheless, not too bad. It seems like people are, in that sense, voting in progressive, tech-savvy, forward-thinking individuals. I think blockchain is a part of it. I go back to the CEO of Overstock. I think that there's something coming down the line. It seems to be, at least to a certain extent, a small extent, but a certain extent nonetheless, it seems to that enthusiasm is being expressed in the political sphere. So let us know if you come from one of those states, if you come from one of those ridings. Let us know what you think about this particular piece, whether you think there will be more politicians voted in on the basis of their cryptocurrency/blockchain platforms in the future. If you want to check out this page, which we referenced, digitalasset.org, changing the dynamic of digital assets, introducing data, the Digital Asset Trade Association. We're going to link to this in the description below. So short video today, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Make sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram. Check out our last video here if you haven't caught it already. We also have lots of new website content coming out. And if you choose to invest on this Thursday, I wish you all the very best. But if not, smash that thumbs up. We will see you guys hopefully in our next news video. Take care, everybody. Have a great one.